for no other reason than that B2B buyers seek them out, especially those who are looking to make a technology purchase. And that's why white papers tend to be best suited for companies that have either a complex issue or topic that they want to explore, or a technical solution that they need to explain. To generate leads, a paper has to really resonate with the reader, and that means it needs to show a deep understanding of their issues and concerns, and ideally how you can help them address them or overcome them or achieve them. To be a thought leadership paper, you need to demonstrate innovative thinking, visionary thinking on a topic, whether it's a known topic or whether you're surfacing a topic. And Kevin Kane, the Director of Content Strategy here at OpenView, recently put out a post on the Content Marketing Institute blog that defines 5 criteria for measuring whether or not your content is deemed, is worthy of being deemed a thought leadership piece, and I encourage folks to check that out. Well, the first step, you need to understand your audience, their concerns, their challenges, their issues, and also understand their information preferences, what they're looking for in a white paper, and even what type of language they use to describe their pains or their aspirations. Because without knowing that, you can't write in a way that is going to engage them. The second step is to conduct research and interviews. You want to fully explore this topic, this issue, from every angle, and you also want to identify potential gaps that you can fill with knowledge in your paper. The third step is to develop a very comprehensive outline. You need to make sure all the stakeholders are on board with all the messages that you plan to cover in your paper, and that the flow is as everybody imagines it. So put out that outline, make sure everybody reviews it and get their feedback. That's going to save you a lot of trouble down the line. Fourth step is to make sure your paper is easy to scan and digest. Because we're all so time constrained these days, many of us look at a white paper and take a quick look at it before we even decide to invest our time to read it. So you want to highlight key points as much as possible with your headings, with call-out boxes. Make sure there's a lot of bulleted text. Make sure you highlight your sidebars. Use whatever elements you have available to you to make that easy to figure out at a glance. The fifth step is to make sure your white papers are easy to share. So embed social sharing buttons directly in that paper. With a click, somebody can pass it along to a colleague or a peer. The sixth step is to extract maximum value, get the most mileage possible from your white paper. And remember that not everybody wants to sit down and read a 7 to 12 page document. So look at ways you might dissect and repurpose your paper. Perhaps you include a checklist of things to consider. Perhaps you can make that a 1-page standalone. The seventh step is to make sure you promote your paper both before and after you produce it. So beforehand, you can start seeding ideas in blog posts and other places, perhaps online articles, and get folks thinking about the topic. And once you have produced the paper, make sure you put up a landing page, make sure all your outbound emails point folks to that. In essence, make sure it's as highly visible as possible to your audience. Well, Eloqua is a company that I helped develop a series of grande guides, and that's what they consider to be white papers that are broken down into more digestible pieces. And Eloqua has actually tied $2.5 million in annual contract value to folks who have first read one of these grande guides as a way of being introduced to the company. Another company, Sense, who puts out workspace management software, works with a syndication firm called PaperShare. And by syndicating their white papers through that channel, they've seen a 30% increase in downloads of those white papers. They've also seen huge traffic increase on their own site and just a general increase in readership. And finally, white papers really should be considered part of a holistic set of information that you put out there. And I think a company that does this really well is Kinaxis, where they make sure they put white papers out that align with the buying cycle and are available for all the roles in that buying cycle. I'm Stephanie Tilton. I'm the principal of 10 Ton Marketing. I'm a B2B marketing consultant. I help B2B firms, mainly technology companies, create content and content strategies that help move prospects down the path to purchase.